How's it going, guys? Welcome to Healthy Meal Prep episode number 4. If you missed the last episode, I'll put that in the description box. Be sure to check it out. So in this week's healthy meal videos, we're going to be making some Middle Eastern chicken bowls. It's going to be some delicious chicken, some Middle Eastern rice, and a bunch of vegetables. So the first thing you want to do is the marinade. The marinade is very important. This is chicken thighs right here. Let me just open it up. And you want to marinate this for at least an hour. And let me show you how to make that marinade. First, you'll want to put in 3 cloves of garlic into a food processor, followed by 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Also throw in 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of fresh oregano, a half a teaspoon of coriander, and also a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. Now put the cap on and begin to blend. Once that's complete, it should resemble something of this nature. The following step is to pour the marinade over the chicken. Be sure to save some marinade for later, since we'll be using the remainder to put on top of the chicken prior to eating. I actually just made some extra off camera, FYI. Now mix the chicken thoroughly with a spoon and let it sit for at least 1 hour in the fridge or longer. So now that the marinade is ready with the chicken, we want to make the Middle Eastern rice. That would be the next step for the bowls. So here's how you make it. Put in about 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a pot, which is on a medium-high heat. Next, put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin and a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Now mix it all up for about 1 minute or so. The texture should be a little pasty like this. The next step is to add 1.5 cups of white rice and begin toasting the rice, which should take a few minutes. Color-wise, the rice should have a yellow look to it. Now add 2.5 cups of chicken broth and bring to a boil. Once it's bubbling, add a little bit of salt and pepper to taste, and reduce the heat to low and simmer for approximately 15 minutes. About halfway through, be sure to check the rice, and if dry, add more chicken broth. While we wait for the rice to cook, it's time to cook the chicken. Add some olive oil on a medium-high heat, and when the pan is relatively hot, add the chicken. I'm using a cast iron pan, which will give the chicken a gorgeous sear on the outside. If you don't own one, you can still use a regular pan. It's just an added bonus for me when cooking. Once that's complete, place the chicken onto a plate. The last step with the chicken is to cut them up into small pieces. With that leftover marinade, now pour that right over the chicken. This will definitely elevate the chicken flavor to a whole new level. Now that the hot items are cooked, it's time to show you the cold items. We have some organic hummus, beets, and a combination of tomatoes, Kalamata olives, cucumbers, as well as a side of lettuce. And the final step is to assemble those delicious bowls. Add a few spoonfuls of rice, more or less, depending on your dietary needs, followed by the chicken. Next, add your veggie combo. I did about 4 spoonfuls, give or take. Also add 3 spoonfuls of beets, as well as a few handfuls of lettuce. And let's not forget about the hummus. 1 spoonful should suffice. There you have it, guys. Middle Eastern bowls. Take a look right here at the final product. I'm going to eat a couple of these, or my wife and I are going to eat these tonight. And then we have, the other for the meals. So you got the chicken, you got the rice. I like to just make it all organized. But once you get it, feel free to dig in and just mix it all up. Beautiful colors, good amount of protein, good fresh vegetables, and looks really, really good. And then, for when I take to work, I've got these little handy pouches because you want to microwave this, and you obviously don't want to microwave the cold stuff. So I got the 2 pouches of the veggies for this meal, and then 2 more here that my wife made, and a little bit of hummus on the side that you just put right on top. So hopefully you really enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you for all your support on the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And one last thing I want to say is if you're trying to lose weight, you can always modify. That's the great thing about cooking. Like for instance with this, you can go a little bit less rice and more salad, or you could do just a combo, or do all salad and then go more low carb. Or if you're just maintaining or trying to put on muscle, then I would just keep it as is. You get a little bit more carbs. That's it for this healthy meal episode number 4, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Now, you don't want to overcook it. You just want to get a nice little char on there, and then it'll be good to go, especially if you're going to be cooking